Good morning, everyone. It's Brenda Quintana coming to you from Renovation Station. We have a bathroom renovation going on, so if you hear any construction noises in the background, I apologize. Everything seems to be traveling a little bit. I'm actually going live in a different room than I normally go live in. I'm normally in my studio, which is right underneath the master bedroom and bath. Actually, my table where I work is directly underneath the master bath. So I've moved over here temporarily. I'm going to see how it goes. I'll probably be over here for a few weeks until things get settled. If you're interested at all in the renovation, I'm doing little updates, short little under 5-minute videos on the renovation. So I'm going to try and keep those going on. We're on day 2 today, and I've got 2 videos already to share with you. So those are available on my YouTube channel. I won't be emailing those out in a blog post because I know that this is a stamping channel and I don't want to inundate anyone that doesn't want to see that type of stuff. So I apologize again if you hear things in the background. It is, I don't think I can move anywhere where it would be totally silent because the sound is just kind of traveling everywhere. So today, besides being renovation day, it is also casing Tuesday, and that's the day when we take a card out of the catalog and we give it a makeover. And you are welcome to join us over on our Casing Tuesday Facebook group. You are welcome to come see the other cards that the other demonstrators are making. You are welcome to post your own cards. Be creative, join us, and play along with the card of the week. It's so nice to see some of you here already, and I really hope I'm not plugged into my modem like I usually am, so I hope the quality of this video is okay. I'll have to go back afterwards and check to see if the signal is strong enough. And I might need to make some adjustments. It was a little tricky today trying to find a good setup. So we'll just see how that goes. All right, let's take a look at the card of the day, and here it is. It's a beautiful card. I forget the name of that bundle. It is, look it up. If you go to the store, put in reindeer in the search bar. Maybe someone knows and can chime in the comments. But this is our original card, and it's really beautiful. I was tempted to recreate this card, but I thought, no, I need to challenge myself. So I did, and I used a different bundle. And here is the sketch, and this will just help you get some dimensions. And if you want to create this card, it's a good starting point. I, of course, always end up changing the dimensions somehow. I don't know why. I guess I'm always customizing to my card, but that's okay. You know, you have to figure out how this will work for you. And if you look at the cards that other people post, you will see there's a great variety. And sometimes people have changed the layout from portrait to landscape or landscape to portrait. So you do you, and you figure out how to make this a work for you. It's just a great starting point, and it means also that you're not crafting alone. You're crafting with other people with the challenge of the week. Okay, so let me pop these away, and I'm going to show you my card. Here it is. I used the Decorative Trees bundle, and I love this bundle. As soon as I saw it, this was it was also a $1 million stamp set achiever by Daniela Gundlach. Probably from Germany or Austria, I don't know which, but she designed the stamp set, and usually it's just a stamp set. Sometimes they'll give us dies to go with it, and I guess she lucked out and they designed a die set to go with it. And these little trees are so cute because they're made using 2 dies, and there's a lot of different layers that you can add onto the base tree. So it's really fun to create with that. That's just 2 of the designs. And then I use the take a bow or take a bow, probably because it's listed on the same page as the bow maker dies. That's the paper in the background. So I thought that was really fun. And I always forget to show you the inside. We will do an inside, but I'll just pop this on just in case I forget at the very end. I want to make sure I show you that. All right, we're going to make this card from start to finish. Before we do that, I just want to let you know I do have a host code running for this month. And if you spend $50 with me during the month of September and use this host code, you will be receiving a package of the red and white adhesive back peppermints as your gift of the month. So make sure you use that host code. And I should also mention there is free shipping tomorrow on orders of $75 or more. So if you have things out of the holiday catalog that you want to get, now's the time, especially for Halloween. We are coming up kind of at that key critical point where people are placing, if you're doing Halloween projects, you want to get your orders in now so you have your supplies by the end of September so you can create in October. So now is kind of the key time to get your Halloween supplies. So I sent out an email to my email list subscribers yesterday, and I will send out a reminder on Wednesday so you don't forget to place your orders. So if you are placing an order under $150, use the host code, you'll get the gift. Spend a little bit more at $75 and you will also get the free shipping. So that will be really wonderful. Oh, and Marty looked up the bundle for me. Thank you, Marty. I'm going to pop the picture up one more time. Here we go. This is made using the Reindeer Fun bundle, and I do have the bundle. I just haven't used it yet. I've been focusing on Halloween and fall first and getting those kind of out of the way. I think I might be doing Christmas this Friday, so we'll see. I'm going to try and do, maybe I'll try and do a box with the decorative tree bundle since I used the bundle on Tuesday. So we will see what I come up with. I kind of design on Wednesday or Thursday, and it also is dependent on bundles going out of supply and in supply. So I always have to, I try and keep current. I don't design too far in advance. I have ideas in advance. I just don't actually put those ideas into practice until later. Okay, let's get going on this and we'll see how we do. I brought all my supplies over. So we'll see how good I was at remembering everything. I hope I remembered everything and I don't have to run back over and grab something critical, but we'll see. Okay, let's switch to my other camera. And I already showed you my card, so I'll just briefly share with you. This is the Decorative Trees bundle, and it comes with a lot of dies. There's more stamps than there is dies on this one. Let me straighten this out. I don't know if okay, let's do this. Let me straighten my camera out. There, that's better. So these are the dies, and you can see there's a whole bunch of overlays that you can put over this outline right here. So that's really cool. I did use some of the stamps in here as well. So I'll show you those in a moment. All right, and then we also have this is the take a bow paper. I love this paper. It's in 6x6 and it's a very traditional Christmas reds and greens. I love this paper because it's got some pizzazz, but it's neutral enough that it works really well as a background paper. It also will be really nice for making the bows if you get the dies, and it's also really nice for making 3D projects if they're smaller and only need 6x6 paper. So I love this paper. Okay, let's get started on our card. we will start off with a card base. And I decided to do a lemon lime twist card base because I love lemon lime twist at Christmas. It's kind of, if you pair it with a darker green, it really brightens up Christmas. It makes it happier. So I did kind of a tent fold with the score up at the top. So this card's 11 by 4 1/4, and I scored it in half at the 5.5 inch mark. Now I've been told that some people don't like this type of fold. They like the traditional fold. So then just do it in a traditional fold. Do the 8.5 by 5.5 and score it in half at 4 1/4, and then fold it so it opens the other direction. I don't know why I'm into this. It's just that makes me happier. So that's what I'm going to do. All right. I already pre-cut a piece of this paper, and I decided to go with a different pattern than the original just so we could see what that would look like. This one's got little polka dots on it, and this one is just a 4 inch by 5 1/4 inch piece of cardstock or designer series paper. And we're just going to go ahead. This side's really nice too, right? You could, I don't know. I'm tempted not to go so bright on the back. We're going to, I think I want the polka dots. I think I want a little bit more energy. This has more energy, right? The polka dots. So if I had more time, I'd do one with each of the patterns just so we could see what they all look like. So I'm just going to put this down here. It covers the entire front. Just kind of lining it up, pressing it down. All right. Okay, so we've got these pieces. This one, I did remember a ruler. Yay. So we've got a Poppy Parade piece, and this one measures 3 5/8 by 4 7/8. And you know what I'm going to do on this one? I did this one crooked. You can see the crooked layers because this was the original. It had crooked layers. Do you want to do one that has straight layers just to see the difference? Let's do that. So I have to emboss the white piece. I don't know if you can tell. Here, if I angle it somehow. There we go. You can see I use the plaid embossing folder in the background of this piece. So I still have to emboss this. So let's go ahead and stick the Poppy Parade piece down so we don't lose it or accidentally die cut it. Have you ever done that? You set aside a piece that you want as a layer, and then you use you need the same color, and then you end up die cutting the piece instead of using it as the layer. Okay, and I'm just centering this on here. And if I were going to do the crooked way, I would glue this one to this one first and then glue it onto here. But since I'm doing this is going to be a straight layer, I'm going to just glue it on straight. Okay, we're going to do some die cutting. I've got my pieces that I need to die cut. I did remember to bring over my die cut machine. Let's grab that. And I do need my big one. I was really hoping that I could just use my mini, but because we're using this embossing folder, we really do need the bigger piece. So not the bigger piece, the bigger die cutting machine. Okay, let's scroll out, because you know what? I have you can see my desk a little bit, but I have less desk right now that's messy than I do normally because all my mess is still over in the other room. So maybe I can show you my full die cut machine. There we go. All right, and we need some plates. Okay, we need the number 1 base platform. We need the number 2 thin die adapter. We need a clear plate and a second clear plate to put on top. So we are going to start off, we're going to do the die cutting first. So let's do one tree first. These little pieces I cut to about 2 3/8 by 3.5, and they are about the right size for the die cutting. Let me grab my dies, which are over here. Okay, so we're going to do the background is going to be lighter than the foreground. So I'm cutting the outline of the tree in the lighter color, and then I'm going to grab this one. This one's the plaid one. I think this is my favorite one. I love plaid. Okay. Ooh, everything's in the way. Okay, so oops. Now I hit my microphone. Sorry if that hurts anyone's ears. Everything's in a different spot. Okay, so we're gonna run this through. I'm cranking the handle. And what I wanna do, I'm gonna go over this plaid. The plaid is very detailed. So I'm going to run it back over to give it the best chance to actually make sure that we got all the pieces die cut. So let's grab this off. Okay, so this kind of stuck. Every time I die cut it, it's a little different. So we're gonna pop this out of the, come here. Which of you holes are actually going to release? There's release holes and then there's pop out. Oh, there's a release hole. Okay. So we've got all of these little holes. And you know, last night it was really great. They all came out very easily. And now I'm going to have to play pop. There is a die brush too that you can use to get rid of all of these. So it's always interesting how there's, you know what I'm gonna do? I brought a little garbage can over. Oh. You know what I like to do? I kind of like to flick it with my, because that's so much easier, right? And that actually releases a lot of them. Okay. The other thing that you can do is rub your dies with wax paper. That helps release the die from the cardstock. Okay. So we'll have to poke a few more of those out, but let's just keep going and keep die cutting. So we'll pop this one away, pop this away, and we've got our other tree, and then we're just going to sweep this into here. Now, if you, I never get to show this because I have a big garbage can in my other room, but what I do is I have my husband he does business trips a lot, and well, I do some too. So if you have any old hotel keys, they make excellent little scrapers for scraping the little chads off of your plates. So I always have one of those handy. All right, so we're gonna come back over here. We're going to put this in, and we're going to do the same thing, but with different dies. Again, lighter color in the background and darker color in the foreground. So we're going to grab this one. And last night, this one did want to stick just a teeny tiny bit, so I'm actually going to go through that one and do it 3 times. Go once, twice. I'm just going to go over this tree. Sorry if my desk is shaking. This desk is a little bit more, or table is a little bit more unstable. So I did this one 3 times just to see, and hopefully it cut everything. This one is good. We'll stick it over here. Let's just leave this aside for a moment and we'll deal with that in a second so we can keep die cutting. And put this back over here. We're going to grab our this is some real red, it's I think called Festive Glimmer Paper, and it's also in the holiday catalog. Pick yourself up some of this glimmer paper because it really adds nice little highlights to your projects. Okay. I have to do this one at a time because I only have 1 star, so I'm going to go through and back. that little star. Look at how cute that is. And then we'll do that with the green. I just cut a little strip of the glimmer paper. It comes in 12 by 12. And this piece, I just cut 3/4 of an inch on my glimmer paper. Just when I have small, tiny little details, it's easier to have a teeny tiny strip than a big chunky piece. Okay. And there's the little green star. It's so cute. I love little glimmer paper for accents. Okay, let's pop that over there. And now we need to emboss. So we're gonna get rid of our clear plates and we're gonna get rid of our thin die adapter. And we'll bring back in, bring in our number 4 plate, which is for thick embossing folders. And I've got my Forever Plaid embossing folder here. And I've got my piece of white, which is here. I will give you measurements for that in a second. I do need to measure that for you. And we'll put that right down on the base platform, put the number 4 plate on top, and now we're going to run this through. Sorry if that's loud under my microphone. And voila. Isn't that cool? I love embossing. Okay, I think we've got everything die cut, so let's pop this out of the way. And let's bring my camera in a little closer so we can see what we're doing. Okay. We've got little pieces of trees. Pop that one over there. Okay, let's deal with you first. So we still have some little things to poke out even after I flicked this piece. It's funny how last night it didn't give me this hassle. Otherwise I would have brought out my die brush, which is now in the other room, and I don't feel like running over there because it's going to set a bad precedent of me running over into the other room to grab stuff, and I don't want to do that. It is really fun to have the renovation going on for me. My husband, on the other hand, doesn't find it so fun. I think he is a bit more introverted than me. Yeah, well, I know that he's a bit more introverted than me. So, but I like the commotion in the background. It actually, I don't know. It's fun, and the workers are really nice. So I'm extremely lucky. Okay, so there's tree number 1. Another thing I could have done with this is I could have put sticky on the back of here, that sticker sheet. Oh, okay, so this stuck a little bit as I was pulling it off. So if that happens to you, and you can see right here, a lot of these stuck, I should have shown you this, but you can rub your dies with some wax paper. I balsam up and then I just rub it ahead of time, and it acts like a release agent, and then these little guys won't stick in there as easily and they'll release more easily. So I'm gonna poke those out later. You don't need to watch me do that, but let's take a look at what we've got here. So this one, let's see, just gonna pokey poke. Let's see, does this one? Yep. So this one I ran through back and forth 3 times. Last night when I did mine, I did it only twice, and I had to go back through and die cut it again. So like I put it back into the die. In case you've never done that before, you just basically take the die and you feed it back in, make sure everything's lined up, and then you run it through again. And so if you need to cut it one more time to make sure all the little pieces cut through, So for me, I find it just easier to do 3 passes right away, because I don't want to take the chance of having to, realign it, because that's more of a pain for me. Okay, so this one's pretty cool. And so now I'm going to take all of these little pieces and I'm going to remove them off my table and slide them right into my garbage can right here. Okay. Little trees, little trees. Now I crashed into my garbage can. So many noises that I'm not used to. Okay, so we're gonna do look at you, there's still a couple pieces. Okay, now I think we're done. One more. Okay, so I'm just going to take my glue. I'm just gonna kind of rub this glue on the back of here. I know, I'm gonna glue on my fingers. And I don't have any tissues. Good thing this table can be wiped down. It's made of solid stuff. So yeah, use the adhesive back. There's, what is it called? Adhesive sheets? Adhesive sheets. And then you won't have sticky fingers like me. So you can also kind of do key points on your thing, so you can go, oh, okay. See, one more that needs to be poked out. Okay. So now I'm going to go and just kind of look for thicker areas. And you can kind of just put your glue in those areas. But I think this really was designed to do with those sticker sheets. Except when I'm experimenting, I hate to I'm just too lazy to go do that and do the extra prep work. But if I already knew the design of my card, then I wouldn't have that, saying, oh, I'm going to do that sticker sheet just for nothing, right? So if you already know what pattern you're going to do, then it's good. See, this got a little bit messy with my glue here. Use the adhesive back sticker sheets. They're good stuff. Okay, that will dry clear, so we're all good. Okay, let's keep moving on the card. We're going to adhere this plaid piece to the red piece. And remember, we're going to do this one. We're going to do this one straight. So I could, if I wanted to, also go crooked, but I'm going to do this one straight on, and we'll see which one we like better in the end. Because some people don't like crooked. I don't know if I look crooked. I like it when someone else does it, but I don't like it when I do it. Isn't that kind of the weird thing? Okay. All right, let's see. We're going to add the trees. So you just kind of want to lay them down where you want them. Now, I still have to add the stars, so I don't want it too close to the top. I need to save myself some room. So I'm going to kind of just layer them and say, oh, okay, that looks decent. And then I'm going to do the red one first, and I'm going to try and leave the green one. Stay where you're put. Leave the green one where it is, and we'll just put glue on the back of here. And then we're going to slide this kind of under here. Okay, that's good. And then we'll press it down. Then we'll take the other tree. I realize that I am almost out of camera zone. Let's put this one down here like that. think I put these down a little lower than my other one. Okay, let's find some mini dimensionals. We'll grab our little stars, and I alternated them. I did the red star on the green tree and the green star on the red tree, just to be a little different. And I think it helps the trees pop a little bit. Okay. So mini dimensionals work really well on here. And I think there's one that has slightly higher or larger tips, so I'm gonna aim that one up at the top. And because I glued these ones, I think a little bit lower, I am putting them right close to the very tippy top. Should view is longer. I think this one is longer. There we go. Okay, let's get those out of the way so they don't stick to me later on. All right, we're moving along really nicely. So let's grab a little banner piece right here. And this measures 4 inches by 1/2 inch. And we're going to take our Happy Labels Pick Punch, because they took all my other banner punches away. So this is the one I'm left with. I love banner punches because they make life easier. Give that a punch. And give this a punch. All right. There we go. That is done. Then we're going to grab, I have to remember my ink pad. This is Poppy Parade. And find my stamp. I have a whole bunch of little bins that I brought over with all my supplies. And this is May Your Days Be Merry. It is in the bundle, so you don't need an extra stamp set. Okay. And we're just going to adhere this right across here. And we'll use big dimensionals this time. Let's see. Put little dimensionals back. Okay, let's put this right here. And we'll do 3, I think is good. 3 on the back of here. Sorry, I keep going off camera. I'm in just a slightly different table this time. So I'm gonna try and keep it in camera. Then when I go back, I'll be all confused, right? Like that is the way of things. Our brain takes shortcut. I heard that like our brain has like the wattage of a light bulb. So no wonder it can't process all the things and it takes shortcuts. And okay, let's move some things out of the way. I feel like we're getting closer to the end, and I do still need to do the inside. Don't let me forget to do that. Okay, so we're gonna do this, and we're gonna just, okay, that one's crooked, so this one might be in a slightly different spot. Just kind of, I like to hover things. Do you like it here? Do you like it here? I think I like it about here. There. So there's the 2 cards. Now we still have to do the inside, but let's take a moment and think about this. Do we like the crooked layer or do we like the straight layer? Do we like the polka dots or do we like the grid in the background? Which paper do we like better? I think, for me, the papers are almost like the same because they've got about the same amount of white space and the same color combinations. I do really love polka dots, but I also like plaid type things. So this is, I mean, I like that paper too. I really do. I think I prefer this one, the one with the straight layers. But this was the original kind of design of having like crooked layers. So I'll let you ruminate on that and decide which one you like better while we do the inside. So okay, I was wondering why I have so many layers. I was going to tell you what size the white layer was. And that is 3 3/8 by 4 5/8. I also have these measurements over on my blog, so if you look in the description of this video afterwards, there is a link over there and you will find the different layer sizes so that you don't have to write those down. All right, then we've got this one. I know this one's 3 3/4 by 5 inches. This is going to be my inside layer, and I will need a little scrap piece of paper. And I'm going to take my little centering ruler. I love this ruler. This is my Omni Grip ruler. And the cool thing about this is that it is also a centering ruler. And I'm going to use the centering part for this to create the inside. So I know that this measures 3 3/4 inches across. So the center point or the midpoint would be 1 7/8 inches. So what we do, since I know 3 3/4 divided is 1 7/8, I can easily just move this. Let me move this out of the way for a second. So you can see I need to find this measurement over here. This tick mark will be at 1 7/8, and this one will be at 1 7/8 as well. And then this will show me my center, which will be at the 0 inch mark. So if you don't have this type of ruler, let me put myself back over here. If you don't have this type of ruler, you can just measure over 1 7/8 of an inch. And then you're going to measure over 3/4 of an inch from that mark. But if you have a centering ruler, it's just very easy. You're just going to go over to the 3/4 inch mark, because here's 0, and put yourself a tick mark, and go over to the 3/4 inch mark on the other side and put yourself a mark. So if you don't have that, then the main reason I want these tick marks is I want to do those little hanging stars, and I want to know how to spread these out so they look nice. So I'm just going to take this, and I'm going to grab, oh, I did forget something. I forgot my pad to clean my, but I am next to the kitchen, so I'm going to go grab myself a paper towel and wet it down. Just give me a second. All right, we are going to do an impromptu cleaning. So this is wet. Let me make sure that this is clean. Okay. The chamois is like 100% better because I don't know, it's like the little pores on the chamois just keep like the water droplets from being too big on here. So I do really love my chamois. But since I don't want to walk all the way across the room, so I'm going to grab this. And this is Poppy Parade, and I'm going to take, this is the stamp in that stamp set, the decorative trees. I'm just going to stamp myself a little real red, and we're going to clean this off. The chamois really does a superior job of removing all that ink too. Okay, dry that. And then we're going to take Mossy Meadow, get that up, and we'll bring that down, not quite all the way, like that. Oh, shoot, I did a terrible job stamping that. Okay, I'm going to line this back up. Let's see if I can get that bow there. Okay. I missed a corner of my bow. And then we'll grab Lemon Lime Twist. Dry that off a bit. And then we'll do that one just a teeny tiny bit higher. Okay. Clean that off and get it out of the way. Now we're going to grab our star. And we'll do the same thing. We're going to put the star right beneath the little bow and clean it off. Want to make sure it's completely cleaned off before we go into a different color. This is Mossy Meadow. Somehow that doesn't seem too mossy to me. Maybe it's my light. I don't know. Yesterday it seemed greener to me. Let's stamp it on my scrap piece of paper. It's a little... Where is all my ink? Okay. I found an inkier spot. I need to re-ink that one. Okay, let's clean this all off. I got this really, really inky. I feel like a beginner stamper over here. All right, let's get that inky and we'll pop that down. All right. Okay, so we have stamped 3 little stars on there. This is so much easier to do with a chamois than it is with a paper towel. I'm going to remove the ink pads so I don't get ink all over myself. And so that's 3 little stars, and then you can add a little piece of the remaining designer series paper. This is a remnant off the bottom. This is a 1/2 inch by 3 3/4 inch piece, and we'll just glue this on. This is going to bring some of the fun energy from the front of the card to the inside of the card. Can you hear that pounding? It stopped now. Can you hear that in the background? I don't know how much my microphone picks up. Okay, and then let's see. Okay, it's this card right here. We can stick this on the inside. Now, I wanted to show you, if you wanted to do more stars, I did a pattern also like that had 5 stars, but then I thought maybe that's a little overkill, but if you like it, you could also do a pattern with 5 stars. Then I would just measure 3/4 of an inch over again and 3/4 of an inch over. So these are all spaced, the tops are all spaced 3/4 of an inch apart, just so you know. So if you want to do kind of a different line. And I'm so proud of myself for finishing off another inside of the card, because I stopped doing that for a while, and I think this is one of the charms of our stamping, is that we do have that ability to add a nice little layer on the inside. And look how pretty that looks. Looks really nice. I could have done another tree on the inside, but I thought like the little stars just dangling right there just kind of, you know, added just a little something, and just a little something different. So there you go. The 2 cards. And yeah, I really enjoyed using this bundle. And I know it's not Christmas yet, but as a paper crafter, you are obligated to start paper crafting in fall if you want to get everything done, right? That's the way things go. So, all right. Well, thank you for getting this far. If you enjoyed my video and you're not already a subscriber, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I would love that. If you click the notification bell, you can also get notifications when I go live. If you enjoyed this video, I would love it if you would give me a thumbs up or leave me a comment and ask me a question. And eventually I do get to the comments and answer them. And I thank you very much for all of that. So I want to say hello to all of you that joined me today. Hello, Mary. Hello, Marty. Hello, Dabney. Hello, Janine. Hello, Ellie. Hello, another Mary. Good morning, Marge. Hello, Joan, oh, you're not feeling well today. Well, I really hope you feel better soon. We all deal with different health issues, and I don't know how severe yours is, but let me just wish you well. I hope you feel better soon. Marty says my video is coming in loud and clear, so good. I'll have to watch it back and see if my connectivity was good enough. Good morning, Deborah. Oh, you got rain in Virginia Beach. Oh, yes, I heard the East Coast. It's coming up. It's coming up the coast. It's coming up to Massachusetts. I think we're supposed to get your rain on Thursday, so not looking forward to that. I'm very, very happy right now that we are having some clear days for the demo. Just because, you know, when they have to move stuff in and out, and if it's wet out, it's just like such a pain, because it seems like it's twice the work, because you have to deal with all the water coming in and out, and water, then, you know, also mud, and yeah, so. Okay, good morning, Nola. Marty says the paper is nice because you get 12 pieces of each pattern. Oh yeah, that's right. It's a good thing to mention. This paper, traditionally, we only, in a 6x6 pack, you get 4 double-sided patterns, and this time Marty says there's 12, so I'll trust her. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. You're absolutely right, Marty. I should never doubt you. I just I'm just always fact checking. I was a librarian in a past life, and I always like to verify my source. So yeah, it's nice to have, especially say you're doing multiples of the same card, or say you're also a demonstrator and you're doing a class. It's nice to have that many pieces of the same paper, so that you can, you know, don't have to buy 3 packs to get your 12 sheets of the same pattern, right? Good morning, Louise. Good morning, Mary. Got our collection of Marys this morning, and I appreciate each one of you for being here. Mary says she has the set, and had not had the time to craft. Did a lot of canning and gardening this year. That's awesome. We don't have a vegetable garden here, but we have a lot of landscaping, and we've been gradually getting to it very, very slowly. There's just so much to do here. But right now I'm looking outside at my backyard, and it is just so beautiful. I love it. Let's see. And canning's awesome. My parents used to can. Sue says she needs to start using this set. It's very cute. It is. Hello, Birgit. And from Germany. And no worries that you're late. I was also late this morning. I was trying to get my new setup for my lives. Funny thing, I had a table already set out, but this table, I didn't realize it's like a few inches narrower than the table that I work on. So my camera setup was not going to work. But I have a second table of this size, so I backed them back to back, so I have my my stuff it fits onto the second table. Some of it's overflow, so yeah, you think you're prepared and then you're not, right? Marty says she loves when she did renovations. It's crazy but mostly fun. That's true. Marty said she thought about getting this bundle. Seeing it in action has made me decide to get it tomorrow. Yeah, you know, free shipping tomorrow is a good day to get this bundle. Sherry says, cute card. Mary asks how tall the tree is. So I'm going to measure this tree for you. I'm going to switch to my other camera real quick. Let's do a little quick measure. So from bottom to top, I would say it's approximately 3 inches and 1/8 high, 3 1/8, and the widest part is about 2 1/8, approximately. 3 1/8 by 2 1/8. All right. So I had everyone say what they liked better, the wonky layer, the crooked layer, or the straight layer. And I'm getting a lot of straights. Straight. Kathy says the tree is 3 1/4. I guess maybe once it's die cut, it could be 3 1/4. I don't know. I'm gonna take another look. You know what the die I think is, well, the die is, I don't know. It's approximately between 3 1/8 and 3 1/4. How's that? So that will give you some idea. Straight. Sue says the one that's tilted looks like the glue did not stick well and it slipped. So yeah, I mean, some people might think, wow, better luck next time with your layers. But I do like this look. I mean, it is a little different, and you see Stampin' Up! Doing that a little bit on their samples. I think after a while, if you've been doing this for a while, you just want to see something different. And, you know, always doing straight layers isn't always the best thing. So I like that we can all have our differences. And Karen says she likes crooked better. Well, good for you. I love that. I love that there's room for so many different things. Marty says she likes the DSP, the designer series paper. It's a funny optical illusion. The polka dot card looks a slightly bit smaller. Yeah, isn't that interesting how things can make things look bigger or smaller? You know, like the little black dress, the little black cocktail dress. Black is a very slimming color. And if you wore that same dress in white, you'd look bigger. So there's different things that can make things look bigger and smaller. It's kind of interesting. Hello, Fair Blue. Marty likes the inside of the card. She's definitely going to get this bundle. Dabney says, great bundle. Mary says, these are very cute cards. Jen says, really pretty card. Thank you, Jen. And Marty says, don't forget to give Brenda a thumbs up. Thanks, Marty. Kathy says, great card. Ellie says, so very sweet. Another person said, Lynn says, super cards and a wonderful bundle. Kathy says, I love 12 of each because she makes cards for a class of 6 ladies. Yeah, that's really helpful, isn't it, to have the extra sheets. And there's another Kathy, and she says she can't wait to make this card. And Carolyn says, love the cards. I'm going to case these cards. And she says, thank you. Well, that's so sweet. Thank you so much for being here. I will be going live on Friday with a 3D probably. And 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time is what I'm aiming for. I'll be going live from my family room again. And if you're interested in my renovation, absolutely check out my videos. I don't know if I'm going to do one every day. Kind of depends how much changes. If not a lot changes, it's probably not going to be worthwhile. One thing I'll probably tell this to you again and again. I am super self-conscious when it comes to like the selections of my bathroom. I have to remember when it comes down to the final design that I have to work with my husband, and we didn't hire a designer. And one of the reasons I didn't hire a designer is because I thought it would be very hard for my husband and I to negotiate what to put into the bathroom, because there would be 3 opinions and not just 2. And I felt I would probably side more with the designer, and I didn't want to like alienate my husband. So later on, as we get into the design, I'll go into the reasons why we chose things that maybe you wouldn't have chose. And as we saw today, some people like the crooked layer and some people like the straight layer. So, you're never ever going to please all people. So I hope everyone likes the design. And if not, I hope I like the design at the very least, right? So anyway, don't forget about the free shipping on Wednesday, tomorrow. And I will send out an email if you are one of my subscribers. So that will be a good reminder for you. Have a great week, everyone, and hope to see some of you on Friday. Take care. Bye-bye.